everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing everything I use to make bookmarks at home. If you're new here, my name is Tabitha and I turn my art into handmade stickers, bookmarks, cards, and more. And I made a video similar to this on everything I use for stickers, so I thought I would go ahead and do one about bookmarks as well, because I know a lot of you guys are looking to either start a bookmark shop or just make your own bookmarks at home. So to design my bookmarks, I use an iPad Pro. This one is the 13-inch, and then I also use the Apple Pencil Pro. I do have some videos on my YouTube showing how I use the app Procreate to design bookmarks, stickers, and more. For my printer, I use the Canon IP8720. I absolutely love this printer. I've been using it for years, and it prints really vibrant and works with all kinds of different paper types. So I make both matte bookmarks and glossy laminated. So for matte, I use the Hamlico matte cardstock. It is 120 pounds. I love this cardstock because it is obviously thicker than paper since it's 120 pounds, but it's really soft, it prints really well, and it runs through my printer with no problem, even with how heavy it is. So I love this one for matte bookmarks without any laminate. For my glossy bookmarks that I do laminate, I use the Koala double-sided glossy photo paper. This is the 69 pound, and this pack comes with 100 sheets. This paper works great with laminate. I've used a couple other glossy papers that did not work so well, where the laminate peeled up, but I have never had any problems using this paper with the laminate I use, which I will show you next. But I love this one. The colors come out super vibrant, and yeah, it works really great for glossy bookmarks that are laminated. Okay, here are the different bookmark options side by side. We have the glossy with no laminate, the glossy with laminate, and the matte cardstock with no laminate. So I want to show you the reason why I laminate these glossy bookmarks. As you can see, it looks really pretty. The colors are very vibrant, but it doesn't feel very sturdy because this is only a 69 pound paper. It's pretty thin. Of course, it would still work because you don't have to laminate your bookmarks. You're not going to be using them in water. So it would work, but I just personally like to offer the option of having a laminated bookmark. Plus it adds an extra glossy layer and they just feel more durable. Then I have the matte cardstock option. This one, like I said, has more of that soft feel, and it even has more of a softer color to it. As you can see, the glossy one is a lot more vibrant because it is on glossy photo paper versus this matte cardstock. But here is the laminated one side by side. So these are the two that I offer in my shop. I just wanted to give people the option of having a laminated one or a matte one without, because I know some people do not like laminated, but I think both look really nice. The colors look great on either one. So if you are thinking about opening up a bookmark shop, I think you'd be happy with doing either one, depending on if you want to laminate or not. So this is my favorite laminate. I use this for stickers and for bookmarks. It is the Scotch Thermal Laminating Pouches. This pack comes with 100 and it is 3 mil. Because these are pouches, they are super easy to use. One side is connected, so I just peel up the other side and then insert my bookmark in between. So these are thermal, so you do have to have a laminator with a hot setting. The laminator that I use is the Hop Vision. Unfortunately, I cannot find it on Amazon anymore. I'm not sure if they discontinued it, but I would assume any laminator that has a hot setting will work just fine. To cut out my bookmarks when I have them laminated and printed, I use the Trim Air by Westcott. So I always line up to this portion where the actual cutting part is and not to the top. Usually on my bookmarks, I will add a small little black dot on the top and the bottom of the page That way I can line up those 2 dots whenever I'm cutting. So otherwise it cuts really nicely, super sharp, and I highly recommend trying this one. So to round the corners of my bookmarks, I use the Crocodile Corner Chomper, and it has 2 different inches. It has the 1/4 inch and the 1/2 inch. And I like this because it works really well for the laminated bookmarks because they're so thick. If you use one of those simple little square ones, it might not cut it all the way through. So this one works really well. It's a heavy duty, and so I highly recommend it, especially if you do plan on laminating your bookmarks. It works great to round the corners. So for this video, I thought we could try this new Crocodile Hole Punch and Eyelet Setter that I purchased a couple weeks ago during the Amazon Prime deal sales. And I wanted to try it just in case I decide to add this to my bookmark making supply staples, and I don't want to not include it in case I really like it. So I just figured we could go ahead and try it together. So it comes in this really cute little box that I really love because it just keeps everything together, especially when the eyelets are so small. I don't want to lose them. So we have the instructions, which I actually end up watching a video instead because these instructions were not helpful. I was very confused. So I pulled up a YouTube video on how to actually use it, and so I'm going to show you. So here are the little eyelets. It comes with a pack of silver ones. You also have some black ones, and then some bronze and white, or it's more like a grayish color. So I'm going to be adding an eyelet to this bookmark here. This is just a matte cardstock bookmark, no laminate. So on this eyelet setter, you have this inch section right here. And this is actually how you're going to create the hole, which then you will insert the eyelets. So you can see here, I've demonstrated on this piece of paper to try it out real quick. Adjust the inches. So depending on how far down on the paper you want to create the hole, and you will see me adjust it and show you how it actually works right here. And I'm really happy they added this hole where you can actually see where the punch is going to be. That is very helpful, but I'm done with that. So now I'm ready to add the eyelet. I'm going to be adding one of the little silver ones. And on the eyelet, you have a flat side and a pointy side. You want the flat side to be facing or like, toward your main design side, because the other one is going to be flattened, which you will see once I punch it, but that's how it looks. So then you're going to take your eyelet setter, and it has these little cubes on either side where you can adjust how big your eyelet is. So on this cube, it has a larger eyelet setting and a smaller one, but as far as I can tell, this pack only came with the larger ones, so I'm just going to be using that cube here. And then the other cube is how deep the paper is, I think. That's what I'm assuming. So I just picked a random one and just went with it. I don't really know the differences between those, but I'm just going with the little silver side, and that seemed to work. So this pointy side, you want that going down on the flat part of your eyelet. So you'll see that here. So you're going to place it, and then you're just going to punch pretty hard with enough pressure to flatten the other side. And that's how it looks. So that's why you want your eyelet flat parts on the facing the main design side. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and round the corners on this bookmark. So for my matte cardstock, I just used one of these little square corner rounders because this paper is not super thick. This one works just fine. So if you are making the matte bookmarks, you can just use this little square one instead of using the large crocodile. And this has 3 different settings for your corners, and it works really well for thinner paper. So now I'm just going to put in my little pink tassel. And I love how this turned out, so I'm glad I went ahead and showed you guys and we tried it together, because I will definitely be adding this eyelet punch to my bookmark making supplies. And that's everything I use to make bookmarks at home. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any further questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. And like I said, I will link everything I use in the description, so you can easily just click that link and it will take you directly to the item on my Amazon storefront. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye.